made. Cause you don't need any money when the people on the hill are singing in Central Park. Dodger, take it again. I used to go against the wind, but that's no way to fly. Flapping my wings, I get no place, no matter how hard I try. But when I just give in and go to where the blowing breeze has planned, you know I find a better place wherever I might land. Some people fly in circles, crying life is so unfair, convinced that if they're over here, all the good stuff must be over there. Not me. I know there's a vein of gold right where I stand, and I find that if I look wherever I might land. I was always told, and now I finally found, that when I leap and it appears before I hit the ground, I don't spend one day looking back with regret, cause each bridge I burned led to a place that I just as soon forget. Yeah, well, some people look back at their glory days so much it makes them cry, and some look ahead with fear and dread to things they'll probably never try. Not me. Bring it on, cause I can handle what's at hand whenever I get to wherever I might land. Look at where I landed, in this room with you tonight. No matter what's going on out there, I know it's gonna be alright. Cause though it took some time to know, I finally understand that I'm gonna find love wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. It's dark and it's lonely, and you feel like you're the only one who's felt this desperation, like your own brand of the blues. It's hell when you're in there, I can tell you cause I've been there, and I've known the same frustration. But I've got some real good news. You feel like you fell in a well of hopelessness and fear. So why the hell would I jump in and join your way down here? Cause there's a way out of here, though you don't believe that's true. But years ago, a friend showed me just like I'm showing you. You can sit here in the darkness till you think that you're okay, but then it's time to move, cause I'm not making plans to stay. There's a way. think no one understands you. You're so convinced life hands you one bad break after another and keeps you on the floor. But now you've got the choice to keep on listening to those voices, or maybe listen to a brother who's been down here before. We can sit and curse the darkness, but the darkness stays the same. Or get off your ass and we'll go out the same way that I came. 'Cause there's a way out of here, though you don't believe that's true. But years ago, a friend showed me just like I'm showing you. It's hard to see what's possible when you feel this way. But things look so much clearer standing in the light of day. There's a way. Here, but it's gonna be up to you to show someone else that exit door just like I'm showing you. You can sit and curse the darkness, but the darkness stays the same. Or get off your ass and we'll go out the same way that I came. 'Cause there's a way.
Hey guys, it's so good to see you. Here we are, another strange day. How are you guys doing? I saw it very quickly. I didn't really get a chance to look at the chat room yet, but I saw that Katie really needs this today. And Katie, I'm sure you're not alone. We had a wonderful gig, which I'm going to get to. The private one that we do now on Sundays, just for the patrons. I don't know about you guys. If you had a great time, let us know in the chat room, right? With George Wurzbach as the guest. But you know what? When I'm in Central Park, I always, it sounds a little bit like a cave, right? When I'm in Central Park, I always traditionally have started every single gig, every day for 28 years with James Taylor's Sweet Baby James. It's just a thing. And then I usually do something like Come Monday or Cripple Creek or something just to get the yayas out, right? Here, I hope you guys don't get tired of this, especially the regulars, you guys that have been coming. But you know what song gets the yayas out for me, and I just need it today, is a song that I wrote, which is kind of almost becomes a theme song for me and this pandemic, and maybe for you too. So can we start with that again? And would you guys please, while other people are logging on and joining us, would you guys all chat the lyrics with me and welcome any newcomers that are hanging out with us? We'll all make room for Willie. We know that Willie is up in Maine and he owns one line in this song now. So we'll all make room for him in the middle of the song. But in the meantime, let's all chat this together and let's see where it goes. I think I've got some really fun stuff for you today. You know what's kind of cool? I think about songs that, you know, everybody recognizes with signature licks. For me and for you guys, this might be one of them. But chat this with me, all right? And then I'll put my glasses on and we'll look in the chat room and we'll see who's here. I don't care if there's 10 of us here today. It's 10 of us that are going to be here for each other. You said you woke up feeling frightened, senses heightened, overwhelmed, lost and alone, a little overwrought until you finally thought that you drop it all and pick up the phone. And I didn't do nothing but really listen to everything you had to say, till I knew that you'd be okay. The next week it was my turn. I was in a slow burn about something or nothing at all. I don't even remember, but I remember I was hurting, so I gave you a call. And you didn't do nothing but really listen to everything I had to say, till you knew that I'd be okay. Chat it with me. We take turns being angels for one another, 'cause there's never been a day when we all want to stay under the covers. I think we're all just lucky that it works that way. Yeah. Thank heaven we're not all crazy on the same day. I hope there are some newcomers here today. And in the back of the taxi, I heard talk radio, one of those shows people call when they want to know what life's about. A big fat mouth was at a mic going on and on about who's out to get you if you don't watch out. It's funny, but the phony probably makes a lot of money to create a little panic every day. But I think I found a better way. We take turns being angels for one another, 'cause there's never been a day when we all want to stay under the covers. I think we're all just lucky that it works that way. Chat it. Thank heaven we're not all crazy on the same day. Now we make room for Willie. Willie. Take turns being angels for one another, 'cause there's never been a day when we all want to stay under the covers. We're just damn lucky that it works that way. Thank heaven we're not all crazy on the same day. Chat it in harmony on the same day. Crazy, crazy on the same day. La-dum, da-dum, da-dum. By the way, we're flying solo today. If you've been coming around, you know that we got a new member of the tribe named Brandon, who is the producer of the gig now. And, hey, Mr. Robbie's here. So Switzerland is in the house. Allison is here. She's out in California, right? Oh, lovely Jana is here. Stuart and Marcy. Anyway, so Brandon is sitting in the co-pilot chair, right? He's the producer. He's the guy behind the controls. But he's on vacation with his family. There he is. There's Brandon. And he's on vacation this whole week. So I'm kind of operating everything, well, like I was 4 weeks ago, operating everything solo. And so I might need you guys. I know even Sean isn't here, right? Who sits in the lifeguard chair when somebody's having technical problems. Sean isn't here either. So I'm really flying solo. So if later on in the gig, I'm going to ask maybe somebody to post a link in the chat if that comes up. We'll see where it goes. But let's see who's here. Val is here from Chicago. Angelique is here from the Netherlands. Ryan is here. Hey, Ryan. What's going on, man? David's here from New Jersey. Nancy's here. Hi, Nancy. Oh, Debbie is here. What do you mean is Sean still the lifeguard? He was wondering the same thing. Yeah, well, he just gets a break when Brandon is here because Brandon is the wizard behind the curtain. He knows his shit. Sean was jumping in to help out. Richard and Elaine are here from Columbia, Maryland. Listen, I do have some. I was planning on doing two gigs ago, 2 hangs. I was planning on doing another whole thing about religion and having some real fun with religion and all that bullshit. But then, like, it got put off because of something else. And that took priority. And then George was our special guest for Sunday. And now, if you're sitting in here and you missed the Sunday gig because you're not a patron, we'll fix that later. If you want to become a patron, we'll tell you how. Because now we're doing this open for the general public, for everybody, on Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesday is usually the small crowd. Saturday is usually a little bit bigger, especially if it rains here in New York. And then Sunday is just for the patrons. And we do it with a Zoom thing, a Zoom platform with this video and audio technology. So the sound and the video is better than Zoom, but you guys all get to see and hear each other. And last Sunday, we were singing together, right? We did a Cat Stevens tune. We did Delete Request, and everybody was clicking. We heard Gretchen Cryer introduce a great idea. We spoke to Jake in Florida about meteors and meteorites and life on Mars. But anyway, George was the guest. So that pushed the thing I wanted to do about religion down the road. And then today I was going to do it, but Christine Lavin contacted me. In fact, if anybody's got Christine's information, would they just shoot her an email right now and ask her to join us? Because I want her to tell you guys about a project she asked me to jump in on. But in the meantime, let's do this, because I always like to traditionally start this gig with you guys, especially any newcomers. Oh, Karen is here. Very cool. And Rhea is here. I'm so glad to see you guys. I breathe easier when you guys are here. Honest to God. And Karen's got a birthday, so we've got something special for Karen. Birthday's tomorrow, right, Karen? And who else? And Willie, right? And I think Drew just had a birthday, and Debbie just had a birthday. And actually, the gig was on her birthday Sunday, and Saturday or Sunday, and she missed it. So we'll do something today. I'm gonna break one of my own rules, like I have rules, but we'll do something today, and for Debbie, because she constantly shows up. She's just one of the members of the tribe. Anyway, so hey Emmett, hey Margaret is here. Very cool. Kathy is here, ex-East Meadow girl. Very, very cool. Margaret is in North Wales in the UK. If anybody sees, oh, your birthday was on Monday. Debbie, you know me. I don't like singing happy birthday, and nobody likes having it sung to them. But we'll do something. Let's do this, just traditionally for this thing. Again, I hope you guys don't get sick of this, but I really love it when, if a newcomer, and by the way, you guys on Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, you can hang out with each other there and leave comments, but the chat that I can see is the comment that's pinned to the top of the Facebook chat. It just takes you over to YouTube. And aside from the delay, there's really no difference, except for the chat that I can see is here, especially when Brandon's not here. But anyway, so let's do this. Everybody that's here, even if you're on Facebook, during this song, we just started doing this, even if you've been here 100 times and you know that everybody knows, while we're doing this song, would you guys just give us a first name and tell us where in the country or where in the world you are, all right? Oh my God, Eileen's birthday was yesterday. Can somebody figure out 9 months ago from this week, was that December? Were people just like in the holiday spirit and they were just fucking their brains out? Everybody's got birthdays in August. What's happening here? Okay, first name and where you are in the world. And if you're in Manhattan or if you're in New York, just tell us the neighborhood, all right? Ain't no use to keep it taking abuse when the news is so unkind. You can hang out with me and some friends that you need who will help you through the troubled time. Just reach on out, show up online, let us know that you're ready to go. There ain't no dues and you can leave your blues behind. Yeah, Karen, everybody was fucking on Thanksgiving. Have a little peace, a little peace of mind. Peace, yeah, peace of mind. Hey, Karen in Union Square. Hi, Doris. There comes a time you just might find your heart is sinking like a stone. You don't have to pretend that you're not missing your friends and you're starting to feel alone. Just make no mistake, for your very own sake, here's a little thought for now. Kick off your shoes, let your thoughts be kind. Let's have a little peace, a little peace of mind. Yeah. Peace, yeah, peace of mind. Come make us feel better. Some folks you find will speak a mighty good line. They'll charm you all the way. They'll take you along on a sweet, sweet song and steal your heart away. But blessed be the one who can understand why people have to act that way. 'Cause if I knew, I wouldn't wanna say. Just give me some peace, a little peace of mind. Peace of mind. All we want is peace, a little peace of mind. And all we really want is some peace. You know what? Let's do this. While you guys are logging on and stuff, while there's actually somebody can actually give me a report once in a while how many people are on Facebook and how many people are on YouTube. And again, if you're watching on Facebook, the Cool Kids table is over at YouTube. Just it's only because, not because I'm there, because I've never been cool on my best day. But it's because these people are here, and they're the ones that I can see. Willie, my mom was really from Hawaii. We'll have to see a birth certificate. Sorry, Willie, I don't believe you. Oh, and let me ask this, because some people are quiet. Mr. Robbie just asked, is Allie here? Oh, thanks, Denise. Oh, thanks, guys. Everybody jumping in. Very cool. Is Allie here? And if you're new, understand that I have to wait at least 30 seconds before I see the answer to any questions I ask, because I am 30 seconds in the future from you. Oh, Allie is here. Okay. And is Sweet Sue Hannah here? Because, and I have a reason for asking that, because she's one of the quiet ones that likes to just hang out and listen. But if Sweet Sue Hannah is here, then it also changes a couple songs I might play. But I'll tell you what. While we're just getting this ready to go, I will turn on some AC, because it's suddenly getting warm in this apartment. I thought I could get away with it. And I will, wait, yes. Yes, she is here. Is that for Sue Hannah or is that for Allie? No, that's for Allie. Sue Hannah, there she is. Wow, that's more than that 30 seconds. That was like a minute. Yes, tell those Facebook folks to come on over here. I agree. Mr. Robbie is here from Switzerland, so we got the world covered right now. A lot of you sent video for this next video, and this is the most recent one we've done. If you see yourself in this video, please just give yourself a big shout out. And I'll tell you about an interview I'm doing tomorrow for a guy named Frank Beecham at 2 o'clock. I'll be posting the link for that as soon as I know where it is. It's a Zoom thing. But Frank is doing it for the Triad Theater on West 72nd Street. And when Frank asked me to do this interview, he gave me like a fucking great idea, I think, for our Something annual year-end concert. I was kicking it around with George before and after the gig on Sunday, and it's kind of exciting. So I'll tell you guys about that. And I do have a special video to play for you guys. But in the meantime, if you see yourself in this one, big ol' shout out. It's our public service announcement. 1, 2, 3, go ahead. Believe it or not, I'm not doing this because I like it. Believe it or not, it's not 'cause somebody told me to. Believe it or not, it's not that I decided not to fight it. Believe it or not, I'm doing this for you. Believe it or not, I'm not making some kind of statement. Believe it or not, I'm not a pillar of society. Believe it or not, it's not for my own entertainment. But whatever you believe isn't up to me. Yeah, you can take it or leave it. I just thought it might be worth a shot. But I don't really care if you believe it or not. Believe it or not, I I don't do things 'cause all my friends do. Believe it or not, I'm not a fan of conformity. Believe it or not, I'm not intending to offend you, but whatever burns your ass isn't up to me. Tell 'em, Chris! Believe it or not, it's not the way I would have planned it. Believe it or not, I'm a man who rarely does what he's told to do. Believe it or not, I don't believe you'll even understand it. But believe it or not, I'm doing this for you. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm doing this for you. You know, we're all doing this for you. I was actually over there. I set up on the other computer. I actually have two Macs, and the one I do all my video editing on. I thought, let me put the Facebook one up there, and so I did. And so I was chatting in Facebook just for a minute. I said I can only chat with you guys while a video is playing. And there's a guy, Klaus from Germany, is on Facebook. And so all of a sudden I hear the song ending. I'm like, holy fuck, I gotta get back. There's Paul. How's it going, man? All right, so listen, you guys, well, you know, I'm a songwriter, right? I'm a playwright, and nowadays I put playwright first. By the way, let me share something with you. It's just a fun fact. Many of you have probably thought of this, but many of you probably haven't. You know, the word copyright ends R-I-G-H-T because you have the rights to that copy, right? And handwriting is W-R-I-T-I-N-G, right? Like, because you're writing. But playwright is W-R-I-G-H-T. Now, why is that? You know what I love about that? It's because it's a form of the word wrought. To like wrought iron, to twist, to pull, to it's a process. It's a tough process. You know, like the hell hath that has been wrought, right? Wrought, brought forth. That's what a playwright is. He has to, or she has to, bring something forth. It's not about writing. I love that. Anyway, but I'm a playwright or I'm a songwriter. And I've always shared that, you know, if people ask, what kind of music do you write? And I go, how do you describe what I do? And I used to say that my influences, right? Like, I always say, if you could take James Taylor and the Beatles and symphony music and Broadway and smush it all together, you might get what I do. And mostly James Taylor, the Beatles, and Broadway. Smush them all together. And the Broadway thing is because I love songs that tell stories. I love songs that introduce characters. And I love the craft of writing a Broadway song. It's not like writing a pop song. Very, very different axes. I like writing pop songs too, but a Broadway lyric is something special. And I've always shared this about one of my most powerful influences is Stephen Schwartz, the man who wrote Wicked and Pippin and Godspell, among others, The Baker's Wife. I want to share something with you, but first, and I've shared this often, that in Central Park I've shared it, that when I was a teenager and I went to see Pippin, the original production, and I heard the lyrics of Stephen Schwartz, From Magic to Do, right at the top, to Corner of the Sky, which was maybe the first song in the piece. The lyric lifted me off my seat as a teenager. Now back then, I mean, I'm listening to, you know, the Eagles and Springsteen. I'm listening to this music, and the lyric lifted me off the seat because the internal rhyming was brilliant. And I never heard it work so effortlessly. And in this song, I always use this song as an example, so I'm going to play this for you guys now. If you've heard me at all, you know the internal rhymes I'm talking about. Every man has his daydreams, every man has his goal. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Well, way dreams and daydreams land on the same meter, but they're two words, one word, and one is in the middle of a sentence. And it has to do with the project that Christine asked me to be involved in. But let me do Corner of the Sky for you guys. If you know the song, chat along with me, all right? Everything has its season, everything has its time. Show me a reason and I'll soon show you a rhyme. Cats fit on the windowsill, children fit in the snow. Why do I feel I don't fit in anywhere I go? Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Every man has his daydreams, every man has his goal. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Thunderclouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. And don't you see, I want my life to be something more than long. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Andrea is here from California. All right. So many men seem destined to settle for something small, but I won't rest until I know I'll have it all. So don't ask where I'm going, just listen when I've gone. And far away you'll hear me singing softly to the dawn. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Now, keep that song in mind a little bit later, because I was explaining, like I mentioned, like the copyright thing, right? We ran into problems on It's Just Us here on YouTube because of copyright usage. All right? In fact, by the way, guys, I'm getting 3 copyright claims against this show every single week. And do you know why? For the first 3 songs that I play in the introduction. But they're my songs. But the contract was written through CD Baby, so they're claiming a copyright infraction against me for songs that I wrote, even though I own them. I own the copyright. Anyway, it's fucked up. It's a mess. But on Sundays, we can do whatever we want. So if you're not a patron, join us. The Sunday gigs are really fun. And I'm going to have George Wurzbach was our first musical guest from Brooklyn. I think Christine Lavin is going to be our next guest when Brandon gets back from vacation. And I'm thinking Teresa Reynolds has got to be a musical guest, right? I got to figure out how I can get her tracks so that she can sing with me from Indiana. We'll have to play with that. But here, I'm going to play a video that's associated to that last song that I think you guys are going to get a kick out of. I hope you do. In the meantime, it's Karen's birthday tomorrow. And I know that Karen loves this song. I do too. So this is for Karen. Because no, we're not singing happy birthday to any of the 36 people who are having birthdays today. But you guys can chat along with me. I know that there's a woman on 72nd Street who's going to be singing along. Blossom, smile, some sunshine down my way. Lately I've been lonesome. Blossom, it's been much too long a day. Seems my dreams have frozen, melt my cares away. Send some sunshine down my way whenever you call my name. I know what you mean to say to me, girl, it's all the same. Blossom, there's an empty road behind. Sit you down beside me. Blossom, there's a sweet dream on my mind. There's a song inside me, chase my cares away. Now send some sunshine down my way whenever you call my name. I know what you mean to say to me, girl, it's all the same. I just had a thought. Karen, smile some sweet dream down my way. Lately I've been lonesome. Karen, it's been much too long a day. Seems my dreams have frozen, melt my cares away. La 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 la. Right? We should have done that. I should have done it at the top. Karen, smile some sunshine down my way. Lately I've been lonesome. Karen, it's been much too long a day. That works. Why didn't I think of that? Happy birthday, Karen. All right, and you know what? Again, gonna almost break one of my own rules. By the way, is Drew here? Drew, you never know. He floats in and out. We never know what state he's in. But yes, Blossom was on James Taylor's first album. I got a story about everything. Let's do this. All right. Debbie's birthday was Monday. So, even though it's past, she couldn't be here on Sunday. And she always asks for this song. Actually, would you guys do this as a little birthday present for Debbie? Chat the words, especially the chorus. This is one of those songs that once the chorus comes around one time, you know it. Harry used to do a whole thing. Harry Chapin, it's a Chapin song. He used to do a whole thing where he used to get people out of the audience come up and just start singing the song. He'd have guys in the band just come up and start singing the song. He and I were very similar in that way. So just chat it. So let me start it smaller, and we'll have some place to go. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. There we go. I found you 1,000 times, I guess you've done the same. Then we lose each other, it's like a children's game. And as I find you here again, a thought runs through my mind. Our love is like a circle, let's go around one more time. All right, everybody chat it. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. Then we'll get small again. Let's do this. Seems like I've been here before, I can't remember when, but I have this filmy feeling that we'll all be together again. No straight lines make up my life, no clear, all my roads have bends. There's no clear-cut beginnings, and so far no dead ends. All right, chat it. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. You know what? But while we're at it, I didn't see Drew here, right? No, Drew is his parole officer caught up with him. You guys want to tell Richard? While we're here, I want to do a song for Sweet Sue Hannah. Just before we went live. Now, on Sunday, I was wearing that shirt that came all the way from Leicester, England, that Chris designed and sent. He sent me 2 shirts, just to say thank you for 16 years of music. I guess he started coming around 16 years ago. And Mimi Evans, I don't see Mimi here, but Mimi, her son, made a lovely plaque, and you guys send the nicest things. Just 12 minutes, 17 minutes before we went live today, I run down the stairs to check the mailbox, and this was in the mailbox from Sweet Sue Hannah. Sue, the United States Space Force. And there's an astronaut punching an alien in the mouth. Punching E.T. in the mouth. I think I probably won't wear it in public. I'll wear it. But you know what? There are people, because it's a joke, right? The United States astronaut punching E.T. in the mouth. But there are people in this country, Trump supporters, who would actually think, yeah, USA, USA. But it really is cute. Thank you so much. I'll wear it here. And, but more than the gift is it's same thing happened with Karen. Same thing happens with all you guys. Sue made I'm not going to share it with everybody, but just the most lovely note with images, with just moments that in a life that we've shared along the way, and so there's a song that I wrote for Mama Allie that I think applies to Sue and applies to most of you in the chat room. Well, I guess everybody in the chat room. So this is for, well, it was written, it's Allie's song, but it's for all of you. And today, it's for Sue Hannah. For these moments, for each of these moments. And if you're new here, as soon as you join us, this is your song too. This is just a little something that is long past overdue. You're someone who has everything, and so I would like to give you one thing I can guarantee is new. And by now it's something that I'm hoping you already know. I try to sing it in this moment because life goes by so fast. It's amazing how the here and now is suddenly the past. And I know you think that these are words I don't need to say, but I'm grateful that I met you along the way. You're a friend that I can count on, just to tell me I'm all right. No matter where you are, I know you're always there. You're a friend who still can see me when my world gets dark as night. That surprise call in my day to simply tell me that you care. We've shared music, we've shared laughter, we've shared heartache, we've shared tears, living moment after moment, watching days becoming years. And I know you think that these are words I don't need to say, but I'm grateful that I met you along the way. You accept me as a dreamer who'll keep chasing all my dreams, and I love you back so anyone can see that we both embrace the journey through this life. And now it seems that I'm going where you're going, so I guess you're stuck with me. I'll try to keep on trying to show you, so you know you can depend that no matter where life leads me, you can always call me friend. And I know you think that these are words I don't need to say, but I'm grateful that I met you along the way. I'm grateful I met you. You know, while we're at it, let me just do a song that I know Sue loves, and then we'll get on to it, because I do want to share some video with you, and I do have some fun shit to do here. But let's do this. Let's get a little country going. Six lanes, tail lights, red ants marching into the night. Disappear to the left and right again. Another supper from a sack, a 99-cent heart attack. I got a pounding head and an aching back, and the camel's buried in a big straw stack. But I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watch my corn pop up in rows, and every night be tucked in close to you. Raise our kids with the good Lord's blessed, point our rocking chairs toward the west, and plan our dreams where the peaceful river flows, where the green grass grows. Well, I'm from a map dot, a stop sign on a black top. I caught the first bus I could hop from there. But all of this glitter is getting dark. There's concrete growing in the city park. I don't know who my neighbors are, and there's bars on the corner and bars on my heart. But I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watch my corn pop up in rows, every night be tucked in close to you. Raise our kids with the good Lord's bless, point our rocking chairs toward the west, and plan our dreams where the peaceful river flows, where the green grass grows. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watch my corn pop up in rows, and every night be tucked in close to you. Raise our kids with the good Lord's bless, point our rocking chairs toward the west, and plan our dreams where the peaceful river flows, where the green grass grows. Cool. All right, listen. All right, I was telling you guys about how Stephen Schwartz, when I first saw the musical Pippin as a teenager, and it just changed my life, and well, changed my artistic life, and so when I write lyrics, I will aim for, very often, in certain songs, I will aim for what I call a Stephen Schwartz lyric. Now, this past week, Christine Lavin, who I swear is so generous, she probably spends more time thinking about other people's careers than her own. That's not an exaggeration. She's always thinking about, hey, this would be good for this singer, or this would be good for this songwriter, and she's always, introducing people. That's why it's also a flaw, because when she does a gig sometimes, she'll have 17 guest artists. That's not an exaggeration either. I know, I was one of them once. At the Thalia, I think there were more people on stage than there were in the audience at one point. It was crazy, but it's because she's always thinking about other artists. And so she gives me a call this week, and she sends me an email, and she says that there's this guy who puts together a compilation every year of Christmas songs from singer-songwriters and folk singers, and he asked me to contribute a song. She said, but anything that I've written about Christmas, he's already got, and he's already used it. So I thought, well, does David have any Christmas songs? And she knows how I feel about religion, but how I love Christmas. And so I wrote back to her and I said, yeah, I actually do, but it's a song I've never really recorded, never recorded well. And she said, well, he needs it by like next week, or September 1st would be the absolute hard out on this thing. And so I was like, all right, well, let me see if George and if Chris and Dan are available. Maybe we'll create this song. So it got me thinking about Stephen Schwartz lyrics. Now, because of Gretchen Cryer, who was in our private chat on Sunday, she's never here on Wednesday because she works with playwrights, and she teaches, mentors. So, but because of Gretchen Cryer, was at one time the president of the Dramatists Guild Fund, and they would have these events. And I've gotten to be in the most amazing places with some of the most amazing creators. I went to a cocktail party before one of these events in the apartment where Leonard Bernstein and Stephen Sondheim wrote West Side Story. It was Leonard Bernstein's old apartment on West 57th Street, and they threw this party there. And I got to speak with Terrence McNally. I got to speak with Stephen Sondheim, have actual conversations with. And at that event, at another event, not that event, but at another event at Gretchen's apartment, Stephen Schwartz was there. And I got to tell him all the stories about my songwriting, and he got to tell me all the stories about his early days when he was writing Godspell and Pippin. And we just had a lovely time just kicking around and laughing and going back and forth about songwriting and the challenges and the rewards and how it feels when you nail something. And I told him the story about Corner of the Sky. Now, little party's going on. It was a fundraiser, and Stephen's going to sit down and play a few songs. So he asks me and my date at the time if we would sit at the piano. And everybody else is sitting around Gretchen's apartment, and so we're sitting at the piano. I'm sitting right next to Schwartz, and I had told him the story about Corner of the Sky, in particular, the rhymes. And I told him, every man has his daydreams, every man has his goal. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul, and how it moved me. But then by the third time around, when he said, so many men seem destined to settle for something small. So I told him the whole story. Now we're sitting there, and he feels like he's got to do Corner of the Sky. Because I'm sitting at the piano, and I said, I can't miss this moment. but I didn't want to make him uncomfortable. I'm up in front of all these people. I don't want to be holding a camera. So I put the camera in my lap, my phone. So the quality of this video is awful because I couldn't tell that. I think there was like some kind of a shade that was partially blocking it for some of it. But I'm sitting there with this camera on my lap, and Stephen Schwartz, the man who wrote Wicked, the man who wrote Pippin, is sitting there, and the man who wrote Somewhere Out There. Somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight. The guy who wrote that. Oh, no. No, I'm sorry, that was Horner. I wasn't Schwartz, that was Horner. Anyway, okay, so here's Stephen Schwartz. So he's getting ready to play Corner of the Sky, and he goes into it, but when he gets to that line, he turns around and gives me this look and smiles. And as a songwriter and as a fan, it meant the world to me. So I'm just gonna share it with you guys because it's my fucking video and we don't have to worry about copyrights, but this was just one of those moments. Let me share it with you guys. Stephen Schwartz in Gretchen Cryer's apartment playing Corner of the Sky.
But there was somebody here who said that Pippin was one of his favorite shows. Who's that? Who was here? Okay. All right. Anyway, so Stephen has said he will do a song for Pippin.
Yes, I was told that I had a request to play something for Pippin. So I will. I didn't practice this, so, and I haven't played it for a little while. Right. So if I lost up the chords, you'll understand why.
I can help you.
Gotta find my corner.
right? I'm sorry for the video being so sucky, but I really didn't want to, hold it above the piano, so I had it in my lap. But I'm sitting next to Stephen Schwartz at a piano while he's playing Corner of the Sky. And for me, again, if you were there, we had and I've thanked Gretchen. Actually, I've spent I've met Stephen twice in those kinds of settings. One was at a really big fancy event at some theater. I can't remember the theater. But we got to spend like 15 minutes talking. But at Gretchen's, we were talking for 45 minutes or an hour about the craft of songwriting. And it was just thrilling. And so during that song, this is going to sound silly, but I don't care, when he gets to Every Man Has His Daydreams, and he turns around as he's singing it and looks at me with his big smile. I will never forget it, because I think it's just an acknowledgement that something that he wrote influenced and informed another songwriter. Now, this all ties up to what Christine asked me to do. And this is why here on August 19th, in the middle of summer, I'm going to play you guys this Christmas song, because it is what I would call a Stephen Schwartz lyric with the internal rhymes in it. And what happened was, when Christine gave it, she asked me this like yesterday. And so I laid down, I contacted George right away, I contacted Chris. Both of those guys jumped in. I'm waiting to hear back from Dan Paccioni, the bass player. But George sent me his track at 2:30 in the morning last night. He said he loves the song, so he just couldn't wait. He laid it down. He said, yeah, I remember this one. It's a good one. And then I sent it to Chris, and Chris usually comes back with a string arrangement. So I'll have to wait a couple of days for Chris. But I did a really, really rough mix. So do you guys want to hear this? I mean, this is a Christmas song that I'm going to submit for Christine's project next week. And George sent me the track at 2:30 this morning. You guys up for it? But listen to the lyric. This is something I'm proud of. Let's see if I can get if I can find the track. I just sent it to myself. Little count off. The fire is not as warm as it should be, and the night is much too silent this year, and there's no reason to go to Central Park in the snow. You're not in my arms this Christmas. This whole city is not as pretty as it could be. It used to sparkle like the stars when you were here. Now all the colored lights down Broadway just don't shine the same way. You're not in my arms this Christmas. This season there's no reason for trimming a tree. There's no angel in my home if you're not there. There'll be no candles glowing
just knowing we should be Christmas Eving together. Just missing us kissing outside in the cold. We would keep each other warm with just a smile. But now my aching heart's breaking with the thought of waking up Christmas morning without you beside me. But Christmas night will be exciting, as it should be, 'cause the fire will burn brightly when you're here. Then hand in hand we'll both go through Central Park in the snow. When you're in my arms next Christmas, please be in my arms. What do you think? So that's my... Actually, you know what? It's a perfect... I never thought of this. It's a perfect Christmas song during a global pandemic. Right? Huh. Maybe... Wow. I don't know how the universe works, but maybe that's why Christine asked me for a Christmas song for a compilation album from a guy I don't know, producer I've never met, this year. Huh. Huh. But you know what it is that I'm particularly proud of? It takes work. You know, that's one of the things that I sound like an old fogey that's talking about baseball. Well, in my day, but pop music has lost the craft of rhyming. It started in country, and then rap just obliterated it. And now, and it's not good, it's not bad, it's not, but it's just the thing that assonance is now considered rhyme. When somebody says, and I saw the light in my eyes, it's just the vowel that people go for it now. Songwriters only go for the vowel sound. Eyes and light do not rhyme. Light and bright, that's a true rhyme. But assonance is not. And sometimes as a songwriter, we get away with it. One of my signature song, Crazy on the Same Day, is a prime example of assonance. And I try for the true rhyme as an artist. Very often I'll say, especially a lyric like In My Arms This Christmas, if I've written myself into a corner and I cannot seem to paint my way out, I just repaint the whole floor. It's my fucking floor. There's got to be another way to say what I want to say. But I truly go for the rhyme, and that takes work. And that's what Stephen and I were talking about that night.
Oh, good night, Angelique. Good night, Netherlands. So in that song, a songwriter that wrote some Broadway shows named Hal Hackaday. He was a crazy, magnificent old queen. He passed away years ago, but he was a guy that I trusted, and I think I played that song for him one time years ago, and I watched his fingers on the diner table go 1, 2, 3, and then later on he went 1, 2, 3 as he was listening, and I asked what that was, and he said, "Davy, my dear boy, you nailed it, because if you're going to be clever in the first bridge, you have to be clever again in the second bridge." And he was counting the internal rhymes, and so, like, for me, it's that, you know, this season there's no reason, simple, right, for trimming a tree. There's no angel in my home if you're not there. Now the 3, and the third one lands on meter, but it lands in the middle of the. There'll be no candles glowing, no mistletoeing, miles between us knowing we should be. No candles glowing, no mistletoeing, miles between us knowing we should be Christmas Eve-ing together. So then, did it once? Second verse, second bridge. Just missing us kissing outside in the cold. We would keep each other warm with just a smile. That matches the setup from the first one, right? But now here comes the 3. But now my aching heart's breaking with the thought of waking up Christmas morning. And that's what I'm particularly proud of. When I get a Stephen Schwartz lyric and it works. So maybe, who knows? And it's a good song for a pandemic, right? David, Jake, I missed your answer. So you do write. All right, then we got to talk, brother. Because I love talking songwriting. And it doesn't matter if you do it for a living or if you do it as a hobby or if you just starting or you've been doing it. It doesn't matter. I love, like Jessica in Austin, Texas. I see that Amy is here. Jessica is the youngest songwriter in our creative circle now. She's 15 years old now, I guess. But I do. I love talking the craft, whether it's with Stephen Schwartz or Jessica or you, David. So let's kick it around. And yeah, it's a little Sondheimish. Sondheim usually pushes the envelope with time signatures, and I don't read or write music, so I don't, he's mathematically in a little different ballpark than me. But Schwartz, Stephen Schwartz, and the other Stephen, we kind of write in the same bag. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. You can come here and see a video that I shot from my lap at a party. If that stuff is fun for you, join us, because we're going to do a whole lot of really cool shit on Sundays when it's private. I don't have Brandon here today, so if anybody wants to post the link for if anybody, you don't write. Okay, well, let's talk it anyway. Let's talk about the craft, because I love that, David. And if you're a student of it or a fan of songwriting, then yeah, let's talk. Because I do love songwriting, and coincidentally, if you know me for 5 minutes, I also love talking. So, So anyway, would somebody please, I think I see everybody that we know, but maybe on Facebook, somebody like, if Hector is over on Facebook, I know he likes to hang out on the Facebook page. Would somebody post the Patreon link? I should do this. Let me just tell everybody on Facebook and on YouTube, if you're hanging out with us, you can go to thatguitarman.com, all right? And at thatguitarman.com, there's a link where you can join us on Patreon. And the reason you might want to join us on Patreon is because with all of these sweet people here that are patrons, for like, $5 a month, or some of them $100 a month, which really only works out to a few bucks a show. But we have these private ones now, these private hangs. And not only, we don't have to chat, like type the lyrics, we can actually see and hear each other on Sundays. That's only on Sunday, and it's only for the patrons. So, and last Sunday, George Wurzbach was our special guest. And he shared with us, he's number one, he's one of the most insanely funny men. He's the guy that wrote Space Force. He's the guy that wrote I'm God. He's the guy that wrote When Your Father Looks Like Mo. But George wrote a song. Now, I had a conversation with a woman on Facebook because I had mentioned that the tactics that the Trump administration was using from 2015 are precisely, now, people will give you flack, especially because it's true, about comparing the Trump administration to Nazism, all right? But the tactic is precisely the same, and their demographic is precisely the same. Their target is precisely the same. Their methods are precisely the same. And so that's how we have a Donald Trump in the White House. Because as sad as it is, those tactics, when a citizenry is not paying attention as it should be, work. And I had this conversation with a woman who happens to be Jewish and from England, and I think her parents or grandparents are probably Holocaust survivors, and she was actually offended that I was comparing the two, that this is nothing like that, and when I walk out in the street and I'm not afraid of losing my life, and I'm like, darling, you missed the point. I'm not comparing the United States in its current situation to 1938 Germany. I'm comparing it to 1934. And I need to, I'll probably leave her alone because I don't know her. It's just a Facebook thing. But I can always share with her what George put to music and shared with us. 2 letters. Now, I'm going to share this again today because Sunday was private, but this is for everybody. If you are not a patron and you weren't in the hang on Sunday, sit back, open your mind, open your heart, and listen to this song. Actually, George asked me if I would create this Photoshop image for him to put in the video. And so we all got to see it for the first time. I watched it with you guys for the first time. George sent it to me that afternoon, and I loaded it, and I knew the song from the Red Lions Songwriter Circle, but I'd never seen the video. It's essentially 2 letters in 1930s Germany between a German and a Jewish German, 2 men named Otto and Aaron, and it's a series of letters. And when the letters abruptly stop, I can't breathe. But let me play this song for you guys. It's powerful.
Dear Otto, I am worried. Last night I saw the man who's been causing such a big commotion. And Otto, it was frightening how the crowd was driven mad, so affected by his voice, his motion. Dear Aaron, you're a statesman. I'm surprised by what you think. That man incites a beer hall mob who've had too much to drink. The times are hard, he has their ear, but in a year they'll ask themselves, who was he? Trust me, Aaron, trust me. Dear Otto, it's astounding how he's gone from rabble-rousing to the courting of the local gentry. And Otto, he accuses me and all the sons of Zion for the troubles that besiege our country. Dear Aaron, this is politics, you've heard it all before, and your people are the scapegoat that he's been looking for. Let him point his angry finger, any sane man knows you've been accused unjustly. Trust me, Aaron, trust me. Dear Otto, they salute him like the Romans hailed their Caesar, and he fills their hearts with fear and hatred. Last night they broke my window and scrawled upon my wall a blood-red Star of David. Dear Aaron, he's a criminal, we'll handle him in time. Though perhaps for now it might be best that you resign. But there are those of us who'll speak up, and sure enough we'll stop him as he must be. Trust me, Aaron, trust me. Trust me.
Right? Guys, if you know anyone who is a decent human being and is not planning on voting in this next election, please implore them. Ask them to join us here. And you know what? Because we'll make anyone feel how much fun it is, how good it feels to be the good guys. To not be a Kid Rock fan. Or a fan of Chuck Woolery. But instead, to be a fan of the likes of George Wurzbach and to embrace that kind of music and that kind of heart. And how much fun it is to vote, how good it feels to vote. How good it feels to actually give a shit. And this year, I don't care if you're voting by mail, I don't care if you're if we have to stand in line, pack a lunch, pack a dinner, fill a thermos with hot chocolate or coffee or bourbon, but stand on line, go in and cast that ballot. And if they try to turn you away, force your way through the door. Okay? This year. Let's do this. Well, you guys know how I feel about all religion. Judaism, Catholicism, Christianity, Islam, all of it. I think, for me, as a rational, free-thinking human being, I understand the need for religion. I understand how it was invented. I understand its evolution. I understand where it came from. The fact of its existence in the 21st century, since Hubble pointed a telescope at a blurry star and realized it's not a star, it's a billion stars. It's another galaxy. I feel religion is the single most harmful thing that human beings have ever created for themselves. And so I write songs like this, and then we're gonna have something we can chat along with. I heard about a man who could split the moon and even get a wolf to talk. Then I heard about a man jumping out of a boat 'cause he thought he'd like to take a walk. Then I heard about a man said he had in his hand the deed to the promised land. He said, take out your sword in the name of the Lord and kill your brother for a pile of sand. Some say there's a big king watching it all, but all in all he sounds pretty unfair. Turning rivers to blood, then creating a flood. And I ain't saying, 'cause I wasn't there. It just seems absurd to be taking the word of another that I don't know well. And it just could be that a king that mean couldn't be big enough to help. Now we've got late night preachers on TV, a rabbi on the radio, born again celebrities while the mullah makes a video. And each one swears they heard the word, assured they heard it right. They say heed the call, build another wall, give us all another reason to fight. Newborn baby gets a nice clean slate, but we don't waste any time. Start teaching them the rules in the churches and the schools, at the temple and the mosque and the shrine. We'll tell them scary tales and fairy tales and kiss common sense farewell. But don't tell them all that a God that small couldn't be big enough to help. Chat it! Now we've got late night preachers on TV, a rabbi on the radio, born again celebrities while the mullah makes a video. And each one swears they heard the word, assured they heard it right. They say heed the call and build another wall, give us all another reason to fight. While the mullah makes a video. And each one swears they heard the word, assured they heard it right. They say heed the call, build another damn wall, give us all another reason to fight. Now I don't mind saying you'll find me praying, but to what? I'll never know. I keep reaching for something, and not for nothing, I'm content to let it go. 'Cause I've seen a little heaven in my time, and at times I've been through hell. And a God this man could understand never was big enough to help. No, any God small enough to understand couldn't be big enough to help. Amen. All right, I tell you what, let me do a song that's gonna lift us back up again. Let me play you a video that's gonna lift us back up again. And then I just had a thought. Very often, and Jake in Florida was talking about he's not a songwriter, but he loves the craft. Let me ask this: how many of you guys are curious or interested in the craft of songwriting? Or it's kind of like, that show that they have on, I think it's on the Science Channel now. It's a whole series called How It's Made. And so they'll go inside a basketball factory and they'll show you how basketballs are made. Or they'll go inside a toaster plant and they'll show you how toasters are made. Are you guys at all interested in how songs are made or how plays are written? Because I'll once in a while I'll do more of that kind of stuff. I just had a thought about the conversation that I had with Stephen. You guys might have wanted to be like a fly on the wall, like when I'm talking to Terrence McNally about playwriting. And he's written so many shows that have made it to Broadway, and I've written several that probably ought to be on Broadway. But how it happens is a fascinating conversation to me and to some people. Let me give you an example. All right, let's do this. It's not going to be a contest. It's going to be a project, an adventure, a scavenger hunt. And I think people like Debbie, people like Karen, Allie maybe, Rhea perhaps, would be interested in this kind of thing. Maybe David. Stephen Schwartz, every so often, once in a while, I'll write a song because I'll say to myself, I want to write a song like that. And so it's kind of like, if you listen to my song Here Today, if you listen to the recording, it starts with an egg, a shaker, and it's that. I called George Wurzbach as I was going to write Here Today, as I was writing it actually, that afternoon, and I said, hey man, I'm stealing your groove. He said, what? I said the groove to a song that George had written called Jericho. And because I'm not stealing it, it's George didn't invent it, but it's the influence. And that song I just played, the religion song, I said to myself, I want to write a John Prine song about religion. What would John write? What would he say? And how would he say it? So that's why I said, heard about a man who could split the moon and even get a wolf to talk. I sing it like John Prine would probably sing it. Now, I wrote the song, but I wanted to write a song like a John Prine song. When I wrote In My Arms This Christmas, I wanted to write a song that would sound lyrically like Stephen Schwartz had written it. This season, there's no reason for trimming a tree. There's no angel in my home if you're not there. There'll be no candles glowing, no mistletoeing, miles between us knowing we should be. I could hear that coming right out of a Stephen Schwartz musical. I wrote a song called The Ache of Being Alive. And the model that I wanted to follow, now it's nothing like the Stephen Schwartz song, nothing like it. But when I wrote The Ache of Being Alive, I put the feeling of a Stephen Schwartz and the groove, whatever that is, of a Stephen Schwartz song in my heart and in my head. I'm going to do The Ache of Being Alive. By Sunday, by Saturday afternoon, when we come back here again, I would love it if somebody could tell me the Stephen Schwartz song. It's from one of his biggest, most successful musicals. What song did I have in my mind when I wrote The Ache of Being Alive? I'm going to play The Ache of Being Alive and see if a Stephen Schwartz song pops into your consciousness. I should say, I should get the chord right. I should say that when I sing what life's about, I'm just guessing, just like everyone before. Everyone who's ever lived has wrestled with the doubt. Is life meaningless, or is there something more? I'm proud of this lyric, too. Some people say that everything in life's a lesson or a blessing, and I guess that might be so. But after years of wondering, I find myself confessing there might only be one thing I really know. When my heart is full of love, and every time I feel it break, and with every real success and each magnificent mistake, I just call it that beautiful ache. It's just the ache of being alive. Life is short, and yet the road can seem so long. So I'm guessing these contradictions are okay. There's tens of thousands of days in a lifetime, yet a lifetime is lived in just one day. And life is sweet, but it's a sweetness born in pain, a vast terrain of the insane and the sublime. If I'm certain of eternity, then why can't I explain how I often feel there's never enough time? And when one day is a blast, and every task a piece of cake, and the next day comes with challenges that feel too hard to take, I'm just living that beautiful ache. It's just the ache of being alive. You might think this song is foolish, 'cause it's possible that I'm finally catching up with something widely known. But on the chance there might be someone out there having a tough time, it's just my way to let you know you're not alone. You're not alone. And when frustration clouds our vision about the path we're meant to take, there is only one decision really up to me to make. Now I'm embracing that beautiful ache. You're not alone. Like when my heart is full of love, and every time I feel it break, and with every real success and each spectacular mistake, I'm embracing that beautiful ache. It's just the ache of being alive. Did a Stephen Schwartz song creep into the back of your mind, or just kind of dance out of the shadows inside your heart during that song? There's a Stephen Schwartz song that, as I was sitting down to write, The Ache of Being Alive, was present. Kick it around. Kick it around. Go listen to the original recording on one of the albums of the USB collections. I don't have an image, but if anybody wants to buy any of that stuff, just contact Allie. I'll let you guys know on Saturday how, all right? But it's a song called The Ache of Being Alive, and go listen to the original recording, and maybe that will stir it. But we'll see if anybody comes up with it. I have thoughts, Pretty Denise says. There's Drew. Hi, Drew. All right, let's do the uplifting song that everybody's in. Do we all know what we're doing? And then I promise we're going to move on. Here we go again. A video all across the country, across the ocean, the UK, the Netherlands. Let's all do this together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Send me those videos, and we'll see what happens, guys. Thank you so much for showing up for this. Let's just keep going. Now let's move on. Besides all of you guys, every single clip that you guys sent, maybe my favorite, besides all those, because they're all my favorites, my favorite moment in that video is when we put the button on it, Teresa's reaction after singing that song, after pulling off this remote thing. She is just so full of joy, and then she starts blowing kisses to all you guys. It inflates my heart. It just does. Every time I see her, and she starts laughing with joy. It's just cool. Mama Allie sent me an email and suggested, being the rock and roll chick that she is, that I pull this one back out of the attic. And I'm going to do this song because it's written by another songwriter who spent a lot of years on the road. And since she asked for it, and I love it, I'm going to do it. Highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine moaning out his one-note song. You can think about that woman or the girl you knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours, there ain't nothing much to do. And you don't feel much like riding, you just wish this trip was through. Here I am, on the road again. And here I am, up on the stage. There I go, playing the star again. Here I go, turn the page. Well, you walk into the restaurant, strung out from the road. You can feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking off the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode. up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. Here I go, turn the page. Yeah, here I am, on the road again. And here I am, up on the stage. There I go, playing the star again. Here I go. Here I go. All right, we got to think about getting out of here. This is. I know she's always quiet, but she's very often in the chat room. The inspiration for this song. Some people say the way I live is backwards. They don't know how a full-grown man can live this way. But if people say the way I live is backwards, then I'm aware that I don't care what people say. Some scratch their heads at my determination to live each day the way I truly feel, paying close attention to my own imagination, while imagining the best becoming real. Well, here I am. This is me, trying to live without regret, so you can bet that what you get is what you see. 'Cause what we hold as true isn't always what it seems. I hope you love your life. Mine gets made in my dreams. Oh, guys. Some people say I live my life like some damn hippie, and that day and age is gone and out of sight. But if a world of peace and love is what those kids were dreaming of, in many ways, those damn hippies had it right. It's not up to me to say that there's a right or wrong way. We're all free to live whatever life we choose. But you'd be mistaken to believe that I am weak or I'm naive. Life is too damn short and there's no time to lose. So here I am, just standing in the light. Einstein said imagination is the strongest thing on earth, and he was right. 'Cause what we hold as true is almost never what it seems. I hope you love your life. Mine gets made in my dreams. I truly hope you love your life. Mine was made in my dreams. All right, before we get out of here, let me ask. It was Karen's birthday. We did Karen, Smile Some Sweet Dreams Down My Way. We did All My Life's a Circle for Debbie's birthday. Willie, do you have a favorite song that I do? what song would you request? It could be one of mine, or it could be a song that I play, or maybe I've never played it before. We'll take a run at it. Willie, for your birthday, man, what's your... And Eileen, did you say it was your birthday too? Which, by the way, guys, the patrons are the people who are actually supporting this gig. So if you want to become a patron, if you're watching for free and you want to become a patron, just go to my website, unless somebody can post the link to Patreon. But I was doing the math, and I got some help to take on Brandon. See, he's not here, so I can say this. To take on Brandon. And so he's, and you guys know what a help it is having a producer, having somebody sitting in the pilot's chair, behind the controls. It really makes a difference. And Brandon, besides being a nice guy, a really nice guy, really knows his shit and is coming up with wonderful ideas. But, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, in about a month and a half, I'm not gonna be able to afford to pay him. because what I'm making doing these shows, listen, it's important that we opened it up to the public. It really is. I feel like we all, especially the patrons, you guys are throwing your bucks at this thing. So we all have a sense of purpose, right? Whether it's for 30 people or 100 people or 1,000 people or 10. If somebody really needs this, like we started this today and Katie said, oh, I really need this today, then that's worth it, right? So we all have a sense of purpose. You guys, a lot of you, it's always the same people, tip on Venmo or on PayPal. See, when I'm by myself, especially here, I can't post the links, and I don't have the old ones programmed, the old graphics programmed into it. So like all I can say for today is, if you go to thatguitarman.com, you'll find a link that says, help support It's Just Us, and that's PayPal, or you can go to Venmo, and at Venmo, I'm just at That Guitar Man, and throw some dollars this way. And the reason is because I'm hoping, this is the plan. Now, I'm kind of like Sid Bernstein, in that Sid never made a good business decision in his life. He made some things that worked out financially, but they were never based on business. It was always based on creating the next event, creating the next new thing. That's why he's a possibility junkie. Sid lost fortunes. When I met Sid, he wouldn't mind me telling you guys this, and his son's not here today, so. And it's not a good thing or a bad thing or a measure of shame or honor. It's actually just completely irrelevant. But when I met Sid, the man who brought the Beatles to America, the man who brought the Rolling Stones and the Moody Blues and Dave Clark 5, and who changed music history, changed the world in so many ways. When I first met Sid, I invited him to my very, very, very first concert. It was way downtown, near the Williamsburg Bridge, in a little auditorium. It's the only place I could afford. And I invited Sid, and I had to give him $20 for the cab. Now, I'm a lot like Sid in this way. I have ideas and possibilities, and I'll just do them if they defy logic. And most often it works out. It did for Sid, it does for me, because of you guys, because of the beautiful people in my life. But I'm just telling you quite honestly that the idea behind hiring Brandon is that if we get this thing really going, the 2 days a week, and then we have our private ones, these live ones, where George is the guest, and then Christine's going to be the guest. I'm going to have Teresa be a guest. Maybe we'll get, maybe we'll get some big names. Nobody's doing shit because of this pandemic. Live music is done until 2021. So the idea is that the ranks of the patrons will just grow. And then I can afford Brandon easily. And right now I can. But in about 6 weeks, I'm not going to be able to. So, so if somebody could help out on days that Brandon's not here, and just post the link for PayPal and post the link for thatguitarman.com, and we'll see what happens. It's not gonna be great. It is great, and God, I love doing this, and you guys love doing this, and I'm looking forward to the answers on Saturday afternoon. If anybody can come up with the song that was in my mind, the Stephen Schwartz song that was in my mind when I wrote The Ache of Being Alive. Play that Bromberg song. Oh! Do you really dig that, Willie, for your birthday? Traveling Man? Let me know if it's Traveling Man or is it the sad one? Sammy's song. Which one, because they're both great songs. Which song, Willie, for your birthday? I'm such a David Bromberg fan. We should do a whole show. So long, Deb. Yeah, it is. We're getting out of hand here again, so we're going a little bit long. But Deb, thanks for showing up. Traveling Man or Sammy's song for Willie's birthday? Boy, this is a long delay this time. Willie wants to hear Traveling Man. Saturday, for Karen, we'll do Sammy's song, which might be one of the saddest songs ever written. But let's do Traveling Man. If you've never heard this song, if you're in the chat room right now, and you've never heard this song, I want you to think, get your thesaurus brain working, your synonym brain working. Because in the middle of this song, I'm going to ask you guys, while I'm thinking of synonyms, to chat synonyms in the chat room. Because I would like to relate to you now a brief sagacity concerning one of the most ambulatory Homo sapiens that ever asphyxiated upon the globe. Because my friend, my companion, my compatriot, my comrade in Maine, Willie of Willie fame, requested, asked for, petitioned for this song. So put your synonym brain on. And in the middle of the song, I would like you guys to chat some synonyms. Folks, I want to tell you about a man named Bloom. He come from down in New Orleans. And he made his living stealing chickens and anything that he could see. You know, this pop-eyed man, he runs so fast that his feet wouldn't stay on the road. And if a freight train passed, no matter how fast, well, he could always get on board, 'cause he was a a traveling man. He certainly was a traveling man. Travelingest man, well, that ever was in the land. You know what, Willie? He traveled, he was known for miles around. And he never got caught and never got whooped until the police shot him down. Now the police hired a motor car just to chase after my buddy Bloom. They chased him from 5 o'clock in the morning until 8 in the late afternoon. You know this pop-eyed man, he runs so fast, they say flames shot out of his heels. While he burned up the cotton, he scorched the corn and made a road through the farmer's fields. 'Cause he was a traveling man, he certainly was a traveling man. The travelingest man, well, that ever was in the land. You know what, Robbie? He traveled, and he was known for miles around. And he never got caught and never got whooped until the police shot him down. Now the police finally caught up with Bloom, had him out to hang one day. Executioner leaned over and said, "My good man, have you any last words you desire to say?" As it so happens, Your Honor, I have a brief speech prepared if you'd bow your head a moment in prayer. And then he winked one eye and crossed both legs and vanished straight up in the air. He was a traveling man. He certainly was a traveling man. Travelingest man, well, that ever was in the land. You know what, Rhea? He traveled, he was known for miles around. And he never got caught and never got whooped until the police shot him down. Well, now, Bloom was on the Titanic when it put out to sea. He was playing B-flat clarinet in the orchestra that rendered Nearer My God to Thee. Some people saw him when he jumped overboard. They said, "Did you get a load of that crazy fool?" But friends, just 45 minutes right after that, he was shooting craps in Liverpool. 'Cause he was a traveling man. He certainly was a traveling man. Travelingest man, well, that ever was in the land. You know what, Karen? He traveled, and he was known for miles around. And he never got caught and never got whooped until the police shot him down. Well, now the European police caught up with Bloom, shot him in the head. People come down from miles on around just to observe the man as he lay dead. They telegram back to the States to his mama. She come all carried away in tears. She reached down to open up the coffin lid, and that fool had disappeared. 'Cause he was a traveling man. He certainly was a traveling man. Travelingest man, well, that ever was in the land. Do you know what, Eileen? He traveled, and he was known for miles around. And he never got caught and never got whooped until the police shot him down. Put on your synonym hat. Paul, I want you to understand that this man was rapid. He was fast. He was quick. He was sudden. He was, come on, chat some synonyms for fast. He was abrupt. He was mercurial. He was precipitous. This guy, speedy, Zoe says he was speedy. He was quick. This guy was so fast. How fast was he? They used to say that the man could turn off the light and get under the covers before the room got dark. Well, now, one day, Bloom had to go to the well to fetch a pail of water. The distance this rapscallion had traversed was approximately 3 miles and a quarter. Well, he got to the well, filled up the bucket. On his way back, he stumbled, dropped the pail, and fell down. He ran back to the house, grabbed another bucket, and caught the water before it hit the ground. Traveling man, he certainly was a traveling man. Yeah. Travelingest man, well, that there ever was in the land. You know what, Allie? He traveled, and he was known for miles around. And he never got caught, and never got whooped until the police shot him down. Yeah! I'm moving up. That's it. Happy birthday, Willie. Okay, let's do one more song that Allie asked for. It does feel good to be one of the good guys. It does feel good to be on this side of the fence. Not driven by fear. Not driven by mistrust, hatred, dislike, fear. And we're having more fun. We are. On your toughest day, reach out to somebody. On your toughest day, reach out to somebody who might be having a tougher day than you, but maybe not. Reach out and just tell somebody, hey man, I'm having a tough day. You don't even have to know why. Your heart's not stupid. It just doesn't let your brain in on it sometimes. That's been my experience. But it's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us by and by. It's in every one of us. I just remembered, it's like I've been sleeping for years. I'm not awake as I could be, but my seeing's better. I can see through these tears. I finally realized I've been given a ticket, but watching only half of the show. There's scenery and lights and a cast of millions who all know what I know, and it's good that it's so. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all I'm really serious about that. Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, Louise Hay, Jesus, Moses. Pick your favorite receiver or not. Einstein, John Lennon, Stephen Schwartz, David Ippolito. You. Nobody I need is any more special than you are. The same thing whispers to you. So does fear. We just don't listen. Fuck it. We're having more fun being the good guys. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out today. I'll hang out a little bit in the chat room. I should really actually put together an outro kind of detention music thing, but it would have to be all my own stuff. And I'm going to get copyright claims anyway, so fuck it. Maybe we'll just do the regular detention music. I don't know. Or maybe we just put on our own music and we'll hang out for a little while. But guys, thank you so much. Again, 2.5 hours, but you know, what else am I going to do but hang out with you beautiful people? For your birthdays. It takes a life to realize what life is all about. And life is all about this moment. I'm here with you now that we're through. What secrets did I tell? Did you get to know me well in this moment? How fast these gigs fly. Song after song goes rushing by. I only hope that time Do you know what just happened? I just went up in my thoughts. And while I was playing that song, I was thinking about where every single one of you is sitting. And I truly hope that it's a little bit easier for you to smile now than it was 2.5 hours ago. I'm just going to start the song again. I'm here with you now that we're through. What secrets did I tell? Did you get to know me well in this moment? How fast these gigs fly. Song after song goes rushing by. Wouldn't say that time has been my friend. I bring my songs to sing my songs for you until the end. And as I live these days, I'm grateful for all the ways that brought us here to praise this moment. No kidding around, guys. Thank you so much. This moment soon, too soon, the seasons fly. I see my life go rushing by. I only hope that time will be your friend. That's the line kept intruding. We live a life, to live a life of love. I know you see. I'm sure you all agree, 'cause you're hanging out with me. But I only guarantee this moment. You know, this gig today, for me, flew. But if I think back to talking about Steven Schwartz and sharing that video with you, it seems like that was 5 hours ago. So I guess this thing went on a little long. But guys, listen, thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you for all the financial support. And I'll see you guys again on Saturday. I'm gonna try to figure out some way to post the tip links and all that stuff. But believe me, it's easier when Brandon's here, right? Plus, he's a nice guy. He's one of us. He's one of us. And it's amazing. We've got people that hang out with us that are in their 80s. Brandon's 33 years old. And we're all hanging. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so I'll see you guys in the chat room for a little while. Put on some music. I'm going to mute the microphone. And happy birthday, Willie. Happy birthday, Karen. Debbie's gone. Happy birthday, Eileen. Happy birthday to everybody that's got a birthday coming up within the next 364 days. We'll celebrate them here. See you over there.
coming on the subway, it's the If you're coming on the subway, it's the A or the C. Or coming down Broadway, the 1, 2, or 3. Jump off at the 72nd Street stop. From there, Central Park is just a real short hop through strawberry fields. Head on up to the lake where 1,000 New Yorkers are taking a break. Come on along, I'll see you on Sunday. Come by yourself, or bring your little honey. Lay down in the shade or hang out where it's sunny. You got it made, cause you don't need any money when the people on the hill are singing in Central Park. Roger Bartlett! Mr. Ron Sunshine. On Sunday, come by yourself, or bring your little honey. Lay down in the shade or hang out where it's sunny. You got it made, cause you don't need any money when the people on the hill are singing in Central Park. Hey, Jeff Van Nostrand! Play anything from folk to rock and roll. I've been stomping my foot so long I'm digging a hole. But I'll tell you what I've decided to do. If you keep showing up, then I will too. Come on along, I'll see you on Sunday. Come by yourself, or bring your little honey. Sit down in the shade or hang out where it's sunny. You got it made, cause you don't need any money when the people on the hill are singing in Central Park. Dodger, take it again. All right. I used to go against the wind, but that's no way to fly. Flapping my wings, I get no place, no matter how hard I try. But when I just give in and go to where the blowing breeze has planned, you know I find a better place wherever I might land. Some people fly in circles, crying life is so unfair. Convinced that if they're over here, all the good stuff must be over there. Not me, I know there's a vein of gold right where I stand, and I find that if I look wherever I might land. I was always told, and now I finally found, that when I leap and it appears before I'd just as soon forget. Yeah, but some people look back at their glory days, so much it makes them cry. And some look ahead with fear and dread to things they'll probably never try. Not me, bring it on, 'cause I can handle what's at hand whenever I get to wherever I might land. Look at where I landed in this room with you tonight. No matter what's going on out there, I know it's gonna be alright. 'Cause though it took some time to know, I finally understand that I'm gonna find love wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. Wherever I might land. It's dark and it's lonely, and you feel like you're the only one who's felt this desperation, like your own brand of the blues. It's hell when you're in there, I can tell you 'cause I've been there, and I've known the same frustration. But I've got some real good news. You feel like you fell in a well of hopelessness and fear. So why the hell would I jump in and join you way down here? 'Cause there's a way out of here, though you don't believe that's true. But years ago, a friend showed me just like I'm showing you. You can sit here in the darkness till you think that you're okay. But then it's time to move, 'cause I'm not making plans to stay. There's a way. Think no one understands you. You're so convinced life hands you one bad break after another and keeps you on the floor. But now you've got the choice to keep on listening to those voices, or maybe listen to a brother who's been down here before. We can sit and curse the darkness, but the darkness stays the same. Or get off your ass and we'll go out the same way that I came. 'Cause there's a way out of here, though you don't believe that's true. But years ago, a friend showed me just like I'm showing you. It's hard to see what's possible when you feel this way. But things look so much clearer standing in the light of day. There's a way. Here, but it's gonna be up to you to show someone else that exit door just like I'm showing you. You can sit and curse the darkness, but the darkness stays the same. Or get off your ass and we'll go out the same way that I came. 'Cause there's a way.